Hey guys, drifting today in the 240SX in Tamworth, UK. Please crash into the wall. Oh, nervous because of the cameras, eh? Everyone says it takes quite a while to learn how to drift in these things. I was like, yeah, it's taken me a couple of days, and then I was reading other people's posts, and they're like, oh, a year in and they still can't drift, and I'm like, oh, well, I think having some real drift experience has something to do with it. Not that I've ever drifted in a professional fucking drift race car or anything like that. I've drifted in locked diff street cars with pretty much no mods on them in the rain. Used to drift my ute, used to drift all drive around. My current car is front wheel drive, drive a 2003 Oz Rally Lancer. And I love that thing. I work handbrake for that. But yeah, this round wheel, bigger wheel feels fucking amazing, I'll tell you what. Oh yeah, into the car park. See if we can connect the full circuit again. And no, we spin out straight away. I haven't got the balls to switch this thing into third yet, mid-drift. We'll get there though. Handbrake is a little far away, but you know, it's not in the original position. I had it originally placed in a spot like it would be in a real street car down on my left here in Australia. But kept smashing my elbow on it. So I was like, fuck this, my fucking elbow hurts. Oh, we got the handbrake into that? Yes, that's what we want. I always hit this little wall here. Oh, no, don't hit the handbrake. My front wheel up on that little job. I need to use the brakes more, but every time I use the brakes, I was trying to practice left foot braking, and kept pressing it instead of the clutch. Ooh, that's pretty gutter. Left foot braking feels good though. It's just my dumbass. It's like, oh, I need to press the clutch, and I'll press the fucking brake instead. Got another guy online here. Not too good at driving like other people yet. You know, people seem to be quite good at this stuff, eh? I mean, it's just my first week. I don't know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, really. I think my settings are good. The wheel still comes out of my hand sometimes. So if I crash, maybe use the handbrake. See, I want to switch into third, but I just feel like it's too fast for these circuits. And like there, I don't really need to use the handbrake for a lot of these corners. Just the foot brake. Ooh. So you've got to give it the extra fast flip there. It's such a tight little corner in that wall. I overthink it. Maybe I got to turn smoke down too. I can't see shit, but I guess that's realistic. Using the pure graphics pack with the PP Candy filter. The pure candy, PP Candy. My PP filter is the pure candy. Two people now. 360's Ego. Or the 370, I should say. Beautiful car. He's not having it. He just wants to get hard with someone. See, I feel a lot of people have been on here for years just looking for someone to tandem with. And I feel that, you know. So it's fun driving on your own, but driving with other people is just something else, eh? That unspoken trust between men. Oh, look at that. And I'm gonna mess this up. Come on, baby. Oh, pick it up. Oh, man. This is a workout, eh?
Nice.
It's intimidating having a better driver behind you. Oh, I assume that's obvious to most people, but fuck me, it's not used to it, eh? Oh, but fuck, it feels good just connecting like this, I tell you what. But keep in mind, see, I don't even think so it's necessary in these cars. Oh. And there goes the drift car. Probably maybe 10 hours worth of drifting on the rig now. Tops, you know. First 5 hours were, wouldn't call that drifting. A lot of dialing in settings, not only with SimRigs, but Assetto Corsa. And back in the day, you'd use an internet forum, maybe Reddit, someplace, some text-based chat room to find information on cars or a video game or troubleshooting. And then for a while it was YouTube videos, and that was pretty cool. But now, trying to find any relevant information on how to set something up, it's a bloody labyrinth of mystery and confusion. But that's because everyone's on Discord now, so you're going to join about 20 different Discords and actually just have conversations with people to figure out settings and what should I use, or how should I do this, or what are you using, or what's your settings. And, you know, for a lot of us solo racers, it's a big hurdle, you know, socializing. It's just like, if you've ever gone to a car meet in real life and you don't actually know anyone there, it feels like that. And that's just, you know, it's a good feeling, but I think it's a feeling that people are less comfortable with these days. People are so, you know, you've got to blame COVID to be less socially inclined. But I've just noticed even voice chat, text chat, people overall don't seem as witty. You know, you say something to someone, first thing they say back is, oh, shut up. Hey, shut up, kid. It's just like, wow. The brains on these people. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they think of that. But I've enjoyed it. I enjoy it. The internet, people talking shit. I think it's fucking hilarious. You know, I do my fair bit of spreading misinformation online in my spare time. So I don't know, I don't connect this track a few times, might be a third person view. But I guess the point is, I was really expecting it to take, I don't want to sound cocky all the time, like I'm bragging, I'm not good by any means. But I was expecting it to take a lot longer to be comfortable driving like this. I have my wheel on 100% force feedback, 100% torque, 150 wheel speed, 50% gain in Assetto Corsa. And it is pretty full on, but that's how I like it. I don't know, even on 90% force feedback, it just feels too, I don't know, I like leaving it on 100 force feedback, 50 gain. Tried turning the force feedback down and the gain up, but it didn't feel quite right. I have my force feedback clipped to 5.5 Newton meters. Before, in Content Manager, it was set to like 35 Newton meters. I was getting these clicks in my steering wheel, and it actually wrestled the steering wheel out of my hand around some corners. Like if I crashed or some corners go full lock. So even my full strength, the steering wheel would be ripped out of my hand.
Back on this thing, you hold
like,
it on to try to stop it, and it just literally goes, yeah, okay, you ain't win.
Because even the only time I've ever felt steering wheel force like that, and mind you, I've never been in an actual race car, but I'd say off-roading or overlanding, I guess you guys call it in the US. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, going over a big rock with no power steering, that's the only time I've ever had to wrestle a steering wheel before. Overlanding and you hit a rock and your thumbs are in the wrong spot, you will break your thumbs off. So I've always known stuff like that. You know, I've spent time on a farm, I've spent time in street cars, I've spent time sideways in real life. Been gaming on controller for 20 plus years. I'm 31 years old. And I was always quite a good racer on controller, like exceptionally good, I consider myself on controller. But Assetto Corsa was a different beast to handle on controller. I tell you what, son, this thing was wiling on controller. I just could not, no matter what I did, I even tried scripts, tried every controller setting under the sun. I can't share those. I can share some of my controller footage if people are interested in that. But I just had to get a steering wheel. Drive like a fuckwit in real life, speed too much, get too many speeding tickets, so this was a bit of a remedy for self-expression in the climate of today's society, eh? What else is a man supposed to do? Buy a bulldozer and cover it in armor and no, just kidding. You know, you know? Anyway, might as well get that footage. I don't know what looks good yet, you know? I mean, I know what looks good to me, but what I think looks good is subjective. I mean, I think many subjective things are objective, like humor. If something's a joke, it's funny. Just because you don't think it's funny doesn't mean it's subjective. It's objectively a joke. That might offend some people, that might piss some people off. The definitions might throw some people off, but definitions are whimsical, man. Words are whimsical. People are whimsical. I just can't stand it when people take life too seriously. So I tell a joke. You don't think it's a joke? You're taking life too seriously. Pretty simple concept. You know, I'm pretty high-strung, bit of a control freak. But I still like to chill the F out. There's ways to do that, you know. There's ways to stay zen in the hustle and bustle of the 21st century city life, the dystopian cyberpunk world we live in. Me buying a SimRig was one of them. Never made content before, always wanted to make content. I remember 20 odd years ago, I was a little kid and I was like, oh, people are going to want to watch people play video games. That'll be so entertaining. And then all these adults were like, you're crazy, kid. You're wasting your time. Video games, no one's ever going to make money off that. Oh, they were wrong. Most people are always wrong. It's the people who understand that they were wrong, and see that when they were wrong, reflect on their past thoughts, and attain a level of thinking that's like, oh, I used to be wrong. I think I'm right now, but I might be wrong again in the future. And people who don't understand that personality trait frustrate me, because, you know, they're usually young, eager, you know, high-strung as well. They might not realize they're a control freak, but most people aren't actually control freaks. They just are insecure or, you know, insecure or uncomfortable with themselves or the situation they're in. So people take what little control they can. You get so many videos of power trippers and people trying to take controls of situations like Karens and stuff on TikTok, and it's, you know, it's unhealthy. But we're all susceptible to it, myself included. I know when I get behind the wheel, I can't stand people who don't follow the road rules. Anyone who does any speed limit slightly under what the sign says does my head in. And then I'll start breaking the road rules, because if these people are going slow, not indicating, just cutting people off, just, you know, general, normal unsafe driving, and it's like, well, I might as well break the rules in a way that I think is safe. I'm gonna drive on the wrong side of the road here because this person is too slow, or I'm gonna drive up a shoulder because, you know, you're going 20 k's under on the motorway. That's deadly, man. It's not a joke. Like, if you go 10 k's under the limit, you're not being safe. You're a hazard on the roads. You're a problem in society. Same with cyclists. The amount of pollution that cyclists cause, I won't even get into it because, you know, it'll piss some people off, but every day they cause collective traffic in every major city in the world, cyclists. And it just makes it harder for everyone else to get to work, you know. Back in the 90s, 2000s, carpooling was a pretty good solution to pollution. We live in a car-based society. I don't think we're going to abolish combustion engines by 2050 as much as people want to. Not as long as there's people like me around who are going to keep, you know, working on those engines and maintaining them for another 100 years, because you've got the skills, and it's going to become artisanal work, you know. Imagine being a mechanic and charge more than you already do. Oh. But crazy world we live in, eh? If you enjoy these videos or just want to see my journey, please like, comment and subscribe. I never wanted to do those little tidbits where you say that stuff. I'm a bit anti-cliche, what's the word, when you do what everyone else does? Peer pressure. I'm a bit anti-peer pressure. Sometimes I wish, you know, there's a whole group of people doing something. I'm like, oh, I want to join them all, I want to be part of the group. But then there's a little part of my brain that says, don't do it, be a loner. Insert picture of werewolf tearing off t-shirt. But yeah, I just don't have it sometimes. But no, I do hope you enjoy the videos, and they will get better and better, I promise. I want to take it from the sim to the track. Thinking of buying a small drift missile, a little drift peak, maybe like $1,000 on something, weld the diff, throw an eBay terminal on it maybe, and then you just rent a trailer every weekend, go to the track, slowly learn how to race on the track. My dream is to build a rotary from the ground up. I would love a RX-7 FD 13B. I'd love to build one of those from the ground up. They're about 60 to 120k Australian dollars right now. So I think it'd be better off just finding one that needs some love and doing what it takes to build, you know, a unique piece of motoring history. I don't know, I'm a big fan of the rotaries. I think they're just magnificent. 4 bangers are immaculate. Lotus straight 6. V8's arguably the best sounding motors on the planet. V10, awesome. Okay, like V12's the fucking best sounding motor on the planet. Oh. Okay, never mind. But all motors sound pretty good, if you ask me. Trying to choose a favourite. That's actually the end of the video now. Oh, thanks for watching, guys. Hope that looks good.